Welcome back to The Race. I'm Chris Stewart here in Houston, Texas. That's City Hall behind us right here. And this midterm, there has been a record number of women and people of color nominated, many of them vying to become a first. In Georgia, there's a candidate running to become the country's first black female governor. Kamasi Aaron talking to voters about the significance of that race.
It is a fight to the finish here in Georgia. Both candidates for governor have been making several stops in cities across the state here as Election Day gets closer. We were able to catch up with both of them. Democrat Stacey Abrams got a warm welcome from the crowd gathered at the town square in LaGrange, Georgia.
But I'm here in Troup County because I know Troup County counts.
If she wins, she'd not only become the first African-American governor of Georgia, but the first black woman ever elected governor in the United States. That means a lot to Cinda Ogletree Towns.
To have someone to run for governor who looks like me, who sounds like me, and it's for our people, all our people, I'm all for that.
I'm running to be the public education governor.
Hearing Abrams talk about education gave R.S. Williams hope for something new.
I have seen no improvement for public schools, for public universities, public services, really everything. It's benefited wealthy people, and the rest of us, not so much. And so I'm ready for a change.
But at Brian Kemp's stop, a call for continuity.
Brian Kemp.
Introduced by Georgia's current and two-term governor, Nathan Deal, he encouraged voters to continue Republican legacy and leadership.
I absolutely will fight hard to continue the great things that you have done as a great leader of our state.
That's why Maggie Nicholas says Kemp is getting her vote.
It's for the souls of this state. We have been conservative state for a long time, and we're not going to let go of that.
We will also continue to stand up for our conservative values. We won't apologize for it, and that includes standing up for our Second Amendment.
Still, some here say their vote for Kemp can be a wake-up call for Democrats they believe have gone too far left.
Even if I'm not a staunch Republican, I think that moving the Democratic Party back towards the center is a better goal.
A tight race between two candidates with two distinct visions for Georgia's future. For The Race, I'm Kamasi Aaron.
Now, there is talk of this midterm being another year of the woman, with female candidates potentially winning in record numbers. But the person many people consider to be the most endangered Democrat in the Senate is also a woman. Chris Welch went to North Dakota to check in on that race.
You ought to go to North Dakota.
North Dakota Senator Heidi Heitkamp. Is facing the very real possibility that she may have to say goodbye to the seat she's held for the past 6 years.
Our sister, our leader, Heidi Heitkamp for Senate!
Heitkamp is a moderate Democrat who touts her ability to make tough choices to not always vote based on politics.
Sometimes that's not hard. Sometimes it is hard.
One of the hardest moments, her no vote on Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh.
I think that a lot of people wrote the political obituary after that vote, and it may in fact be that.
Voting against Trump, a risky move in a state that voted for the president by a 36-point margin.
Did that factor into your decision at all?
No, because I think when you're making this decision, especially on a Supreme Court justice, there's no do-overs.
In recent polls, she's trailed her opponent, Congressman Kevin Cramer, by double digits.
Because I'll always be with them and with you, 100% of the time.
Having someone always stand with Trump seems to be what some voters are looking for.
You wanted someone who was going to support Trump almost all the way.
Most of the way, yeah.
She voted no on Kavanaugh. That was a big deal to me.
But there are plenty who would say the opposite.
I'm not big on yes men.
I really admired her for doing what was right in her heart rather than what she was probably being pressured to do.
And on this, her 63rd birthday,
guess what I wished for?
Heidi Heitkamp hoping that come Tuesday,
please help me win. We can do it.
She'll beat the odds and say hello to another term.
We can win.
Reporting for The Race in Grand Forks, North Dakota, I'm Chris Welch.
When the race continues, we are headed to a place where almost every person voted for President Trump back in 2016. What's on their minds this midterms? That's when the race continues.